I'm Janus Jaguar, and in this tutorial, I introduce to you the Scud Barrage. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over one of the direction tutorials, or rather the text tutorials that I make for my Discord. And as I said, this is the Scud Barrage, similar to the Tomahawk and China's artillery barrage, except it is Scud missiles. It's just like the Tomahawk super weapons, so we're just gonna, just like previously, we are just gonna copy and paste everything over into the proper INI files. So we're gonna start with the creation list input. I basically just copied this from the strike. I even just took away the portion right here. If you change this payload right here, it will change the actual damage, or rather the explosion. So if you want, say for example, the mother of all bombs, or the daisy cutter, or aurora bomb, or perhaps even just a normal anthrax scud bomb, just put that right there and it'll explode just like that. Next, we need to go to the weapon INI and add in this one. Pay attention closely. As you can see, the range is 5,000. It seems like a good number. Why not? Obviously, you can do your damage and the radius and all that good stuff. Pay attention to projectile object, because we will be adding that later. And then we will also be adding the, not really adding, but feel free to change the exhaust, because you want it to look cool, right? And we don't need to worry about anything else. Now we're going to go and add the command button for it. And again, I just copied over the Tomahawk strike. As you can see, I just named it 1 because I'm that lazy. And same with the button image, I guess I could find a more Scud appropriate one within the files. Then we are going to go to the power INI, and specifically I use this as the napalm as the base one because they don't have a napalm GLA normally. And then we are going to add this module tag to the building, whatever building, I guess maybe the palace in this case, or the black market. I think the black market seems appropriate, you know, just buy a bunch of scuds to be launched. And you know, the basic idea that I put behind this was they're not exactly all the same model, or they're not, you know, same grade, so some of them fail beforehand. That's why it hits like that. And the way I get it to hit that way is with this code right here. This code can be added to any of the INI files in the object folder. Any of these files can put this input, so I will actually later be putting this input in the GLA air, because it is an airstrike, so why the hell not? And then we're going to add everything else below this, so this is going to be the initial transport. So this is what you're going to initially launch to carry your units. Then earlier, remember I said the weapon INI input, this is what that goes to. So theoretically, if you wanted to, you can put a secondary missile type like that too, if you just added a player upgrade. And then you could add down your, what do you want to use the upgrade. So in this case, Tomahawk damage, because that's what I originally based it on, was the Tomahawk stuff. And then initially I was playing with different missiles, so as you can see there's 5 missiles you can choose from, but it also shoots 15 missiles. So you gotta keep that in mind. It will randomly select 15 missiles from these 5. And the only difference between any of these missiles, besides the initial one, the actual first one, the transport one, is the fuel. And that's the lifetime limit, which is the fuel lifetime limit to be exact. So this one is 19 seconds, and I just, you know, tapered it down by like a second or a half a second or 2. You can adjust it on your own to see how you turn out with it. And it's going to take some adjustments to actually use it to work as an appropriate barrage, but you'll get it when you start actually messing around with it, and you get a nice funky groove on. There is one downside. It doesn't work at close range. And this is a big map, so